Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Uniswap, specifically Uni against USDT. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you feel like supporting the channel, there is a USDT wallet ID or wallet link in the description. Feel free to support the channel. Don't feel like you have to, but it would be very much appreciated if you did. Also, make sure to check out the Telegram chat and the Discord server that we have just started up recently. So we are on the Uniswap chart, daily chart, and we do have the Fibonacci retracement up from this low in November all the way to the previous to the all-time high that we have at $44.9. We're looking at $331 per unit token by the end of the bull market if Bitcoin is going to get to 100K at least, to 150K per Bitcoin, then a lot of the altcoins are going to eat all that fiat coming into the market. So Uniswap is going to be one of those altcoins, and I think $329 is just a little more than a 10x from where we are right now. So I think that is very possible. You could start dollar cost averaging into it right now. I have just started doing that yesterday. I'm starting to dollar cost average into Uniswap, and you can start selling at these milestones, at these Fibonacci retracement levels. So $108, $171, $331. Obviously, you can sell at $200 and $250. At $300, and just set those milestones for yourself. But these fib levels just help us understand retracements, where the support and resistance lines are. So I do have a little fib retracement over here as well, from this swing low to this swing high over here. People have been saying that I'm a bit too shaky with my mouse, so I'm gonna chill out a bit. All right, so looking at the chart, we do have a symmetrical triangle playing out over here. So the target from that would be from the top of the resistance of the symmetrical triangle to the very bottom of it, pretty much where the triangle was made. And you place it where you think the breakout is going to happen, and it doesn't matter where it happens, because if you break above this trend line, you get the target of $44.52. So from where we are right now, that is a 74% trade. And we do have the support line of the symmetrical triangle, and you can look at this line in the future as well. Once we break out of this triangle, you can extend. Oh, I do apologize. You can extend. Why does it keep? I want to select this one. Yep. So you can extend this trend line like this, and just take a look, and just keep it for future references. Now, this is one target. The other target we have is this inverse head and shoulders that I have spotted. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder, okay? And this would be the neckline over here, this large trend line that we have. So what potentially we can do is we can break out of the symmetrical triangle and the neckline at the same time. So if you break out of this neckline, you have to take a trend line, place it from the resistance all the way to the bottom of the head. You place it at the trend line where you think the breakout is going to happen. Let's say it happens somewhere around here. This would be October. That's a bit too much. Okay, it really doesn't matter, because it gives us a target of $53 over here on the smaller fib. So we're gonna place that trend line over there. So pretty much gives us $53, and just keep that price in mind. There we go. So from where we are right now to that price, that is 116% trade, which is great in my opinion. But we're looking very good on the fib retracements. Everything that we're doing is healthy. We have a move towards the upside. We move down. We bounce off the 0.618 ideally. Like you let me just show you. This is the 0.618, okay? This right here. The golden ratio. This means that when you have a move towards the upside, you usually tend to come back to the golden ratio, okay? And this was the golden ratio. You bounced off of it, okay? And now you're just retracing to your previous all-time high. Once you do that, you need to break it. You need to break this level and retest it back as support, obviously, and then we're taking out our next fib retracements, and our next large target is over here at $108 on that larger fib. Okay, so those are your targets. If we do start falling back down, you do have your 786 on the fib retracement. That is right over here. If we do have a pullback, that would be a nice level to put some fiat into the project, into Uniswap, $22.32. Okay, if we start going below that, you do have these retracements on the fib, on the smaller fib. So we do have a target of $20.20, $18.22, but that would mean that we have fallen out of this symmetrical triangle over here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Have these targets up, have these buy orders up as well, because you know the price can drop while you're asleep, and if you have your orders ready, that's great. They're going to get filled and executed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think we're going to drop below the 0.618. Obviously, if you start dropping with Bitcoin and you lose the 0.618 on Uniswap, and you go down, you come back up, retrace it and hit it as resistance, you start coming back down and lose it. Obviously, that's your potential bear market, but we don't see that happening yet. We do have our strong support over here, so even if you bounced off of it one more time, that would be completely healthy. Everything's looking bullish for Uniswap. Let's jump into the more technical indicators. Okay, so we are on the weekly chart right now. You can see that we're hugging the 20 EMA as support. If we start losing it, you may come back down to these levels over here that you see. So that's if you start having a little pullback, okay? $21.15 is one level that you can see. We had nice bounces from this level before, so if we have another bounce, that would be completely healthy. As long as we just come back above the 20 EMA, we're fine. The RSI on the weekly chart looks completely fine. No overextensions towards the upside. We were going to get the bullish cross on the MACD to confirm the uptrend, but we didn't do that. The MACD is a lagging indicator, so you just look at it for confirmations of the trend, okay? Once you get that bullish cross, that would be your confirmation, and that's another indicator that can help you deciding whether to invest in the project or not. Looking at the Stochastic Rsi, so the Stochastic Rsi goes in waves like this, okay? And when you're over here, you sell, okay? When you're over here, you buy. That's as simple as I can, break it down for you. And right now, it seems like we're coming back down. And if we end up coming back down here, that I guess would be with the Bitcoin retracement that we can have, because that is still on the cards, on the table. And if that does happen, we come back to the levels that I just showed you on Uniswap. We reset our weekly Stochastic Rsi, which would be very great for the next leg up. And yeah, that's something that we're potentially looking at. Okay, let's jump into the daily chart. So I did show you the targets on the daily chart. Right now, it seems like we may have an EMA squeeze, because you can see that the 20 EMA is very close to the 55 EMA. And one thing it sometimes does is just it slings the 20 EMA over its shoulder. The 55 EMA just follows it, right? But the 20 EMA gets sent up. We have an EMA squeeze, or the EMAs just bounce off of each other, right? And you get that move towards the upside. Obviously, another potential play is we have a bearish cross over here on the daily, and that would be bad. Obviously, we don't like the bearish crosses. We want our bullish crosses, and we did have our bullish cross over here August 6th. And if we do have the bearish cross, it doesn't mean the end of the world, obviously, but that would be kind of your indicator that, hey, you can wait a bit and buy at a lower price, okay? Because we may start coming back down, we may get rejected from the 20 EMA, and we may land on this target, right? But sometimes you have a bearish cross and you have a bullish cross soon after, okay? So you can think that the price is going to go lower, but then the price spikes up and the bullish cross occurs, and you're pretty much out of the bearish cross territory. So yeah, that's how these things play out. Looking at the RSI, okay, it seems that we're doing fine. It does seem, though, that we have this trend line going on over here. So we may start this impulsive wave and just hit our head on the RSI. So if you're in a position right now or in a trade, you can look for a nice sell price over here once the RSI hits this trend line. Okay, you can keep that as something to keep an eye on. Also, another trend line that I'm seeing right now is just over here. As you can see, we did hit it once. We one touch, two touch, and if we go for the third touch, this is where you may fall, may get rejected and bounce off this lower trend line. Okay, so keep the RSI on your charts as well as the stochastic RSI, the MACD. All of these are great indicators. So we almost got the bullish cross on the daily chart as well right now. Didn't happen, didn't get our confirmation. If we look at the stochastic RSI, we're making lower highs right now. And if we do end up having a pullback, oh, this is not the trend line. We're making lower highs, as you can see. If we do break the high, as you can see, lower high, lower high. If we do break the high right now, the stochastic RSI would come up here. That would be great. But you're looking for this floor over here. You're looking for the bottom to buy into the project. If you dollar cost average, really, it doesn't matter. But since you can't really ever predict where the price is going to go and how far it's going to go, I really recommend dollar cost averaging into a project and having the dollar cost average element to your exit strategy, because you want to be exiting and not at all at once, right? You can be selling at different prices and just have those targets beforehand. And obviously you need a plan, and you need to know when do you want to sell, what prices satisfy you if you sell, right? How much amount of money do you want, or what amount of money do you want? What are your financial goals? Because everyone's financial goals are different. That's why you need to have your plan written down before you start it, right? Before you start the game plan. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Dollar cost average, because you never know when the project is going to rocket or when it's going to go down. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you the next one. Goodbye and good night.